Good morning, it's the 25th of October 2018 and this is a short educational video regarding heat recovery systems at our Centric Close project for Fairview New Homes in Camden. This is directed for you, Malcolm, and hopefully this will give you an insight to what I've been trying to put together over the last few days. 51 of the 76 flats has a heat recovery system that brings air from outside, pushes it into the flat, extracts it and blows it out of the building. In the process, it takes the latent heat from the extracted air and puts it into the fresh air. Right, so a quick whistle stop through the system. This is the unit here that is wall hung. We fix this bracket like so, and it hangs off the back like that. So it's literally two fixings. That's all that's going to hold this up. So we need to ensure that we set an agree of height and have timber put in the wall ready to take this fixing. Each one of these ports has a designated use, and the use can be reversed by changing the setup of the unit. We'll come on to that further, but there is a procedure that I will show you shortly. We've colour coded, and we will mark any of the pipework up with these colours. Okay, this is the right hand setting, which is factory, and then there's an optional left hand setting, which, as I say, we need to show you how to change that, which is on another sheet. Okay, moving back to the unit, it's all 125mm duct from circular, which will convert into flat ducting, and the grills in the flats are going to be 4-inch, so it's 4-inch drops. Right, we need to locate this accurately into a flat that has no metalwork, no partitions at the moment set up. So to enable us to accurately position this, we've built this template unit here. Okay, right, so excuse this, we call this the bird table. Now, the bird table will be put into the flat and aligned with the applicable wall of the cupboard that will receive the HRU unit. This line here is to be set up as the rear line of that cupboard wall. This line is the centre line of the fan. The 4 holes here denote and mirror the ducts coming out the top of the unit. They're drilled smaller. This is just for marking up purposes. Once it's put in position, we'll use the applicable colours of spray and spray those dots. This is just for a guide and helps us envisage the finished job. The unit is located. An important part of this is using the ballast bags that are full up with shingle, and this secures this quite nicely with no further support. So it's a freestanding unit. This column needs to be ensured that it's plumb and vertical on both aspects. Once that's right, we're halfway there. The bird table is obviously pre-drilled, and this is to be used as a guide to put our bend pieces in. Now, once this is located happily where we want it, we put this section on. Now, each flat will receive this, so this is applicable to each flat, and we will mark these up for the correct colours. The timbers have been fixed at the back, and I'll detail this shortly. So we put this in place. Now this is now ready to build. The top of this unit slides up and down a column. Move round, please. 2 screws released allows this whole platform to slide down. We set this platform height up at 2.4, and this will set the height of the ceiling of the cupboard. Once this piece is in position, we're all ready to start ducting and putting the ducts in. I'm hoping this is going to line up so they get slid in as applicable. they do all 4 drop in. Now, some might clash with certain areas. If that's the case, we're going to use 2 45s with a short piece of duct in the middle to achieve that right angle. That gives us a chance to offset bends where they may clash with certain other items. On the first floor up units, the ceiling height denotes that this assembly needs to be 300 high. On the ground floor, I believe it's approximately 480. So really, once these pieces are in position and they're strapped to the ceiling, obviously flat duct comes off, they're strapped to the ceiling, which will keep them in place. We then drop these screws and slide this away from it. This will leave the ducts remaining. At this point, this piece is kept on the ducting. So this is slid away and taken into the next flat. This section is slid carefully down so the end of the ducts are flush with the underside of the board, and this is where these pieces of timber come in. Here, these pieces of timber here, because we'll fix through the lip of the duct to pick up our fixing for these. Ultimately, this will relieve this section floating in mid-air, flush with the ducts. Once this is established, we will then silicone round the back to really secure this, but it's very important that we put a spirit level and keep this flush. The reason for this is when the dry liners then follow us and build the cupboards and put the ceiling in, they can put a flat sheet of plasterboard right across this. With the help of the floor markings, if necessary, we can laser up and cut these holes. Once these are cut, a coupler will be inserted into this with a very short piece of flexi and another section of coupler and small section of duct that will fit directly onto the top of this unit. So when this unit comes in, we pre-fit the bracket, we drop this in place, and the 4 pre-made assemblies we plug onto that, plug into the unit there, and that will be the end of the install procedure. Hoping this has helped in some small way, and we'll get you bump started, Malcolm. Thank you very much.